Some call him Heisman favorite. Some call him the boogeyman. His name is Ashton Jeanty, and you can't escape him.
Gonna keep it on the ground with Jeanty on 2nd and 10. Look at him bounce off tacklers. Jeanty with some room. Jeanty has the speed. You call it long speed. We call it a touchdown.
His first touch. And typical Ashton Jeanty. Look at him go. You can't bring him down. Is he? Yes, he will.
Going up week over week in the EA ratings department, he sits atop the list at 97 overall, alongside Will Johnson and Travis Hunter. I still think they're sleeping on some of his ratings, but tangent aside, today we're tasked with the Ashton Jeanty challenge. On Heisman difficulty, we have to match or exceed his production. Nearly 1,400 rushing yards through 7 games. You want to know the kicker? During this challenge, we cannot exceed the number of carries that he had in any particular game, meaning when we play Oregon, we can't pound the rock more than 25 times. Against Portland State, only 11 totes. I am recording this before the San Diego State game, so this is as recent as the data as it gets for me. If we can accomplish this gaudy challenge, which is actually kind of hard to replicate in a video game, we will then proceed with phase 2, which is all about breaking Barry Sanders' single season rushing record. Who's ready to continue the Heisman campaign in college football 25? Like in real life, the journey begins against Georgia Southern. Fitting to see our boy atop the Heisman watch list in the preseason, because that's exactly where we're headed. 20 carries, 267 yards, and 6 touchdown rushes against Georgia Southern in the first week. Those are literal video game numbers that we're gonna have to replicate here on just 20 touches. And we'll take the first one going for 10. If we can average that elusive 10 yards per carry, we should be just fine, but it's also a matter of play calling. We can't put him in a bad position. We need him to break tackles and get more than 1 yard. Back to the ground, 3 carries in a row. Gosh, I think we're gonna come crashing down to reality when we realize that the video game, it's actually just as hard to produce. Coach keeps suggesting these inside type runs, and I think it's a matter of time till one of them pops. Jeanty has the fire emoji. He's feeling good. He's ready to take this carry, break a tackle, get the first down. I can tell you right now, we're not nearly anywhere close to averaging his clip. What's going to end up happening is we're going to fall very short of his game 1 goal, but what I'm going to end up proving is that it's hard to replicate this in a video game. This is Jeanty's 10th tote, and he's gotten nowhere near the end zone, and his clip is not looking that great. Best run of the game, 10 carries for 61 yards. Only 10 more carries left to get another 200. We have to do something. A goal line sweep sounds like a horrible idea, but that's exactly what we're gonna go with and see if he can put on a spin. This is crazy how difficult it is right now to get anything. Carry number 14 for Jeanty. Get some blocks, get through. The crazier part about this Georgia Southern game is he had 6 touchdowns. Will he get his first? Bouncing off. There's one for number 2. Okay, now we're starting off the campaign strong. Probably just cracked the 100-yard threshold and got 6. The downside of this challenge is we only have 5 more carries with Jeanty. Shoot, maybe a garbage time run here before half will help his stat line. Newsflash, it did not. So halfback counter here in the 3rd, stuffed. Only 3 more carries for Jeanty. Come on, baby. Cut it up. Let's go. 2 more carries, cutting it back to the mid. And this is going to do it. The last touch here on a halfback stretch to the right. It's a little delayed. Bounces off 1 tackle and goes -1. Reason number 1 why I need to give Jeanty the Heisman in real life. Well, 20 carries only got you 122 yards in the video game against Georgia Southern. Just to preserve his stats and make it more realistic, I moved Jeanty down in the depth chart for this game so we can keep everything going into the following weeks. End of the week, Boise State pulled it out 22-14, a lot closer than what happened in the real deal. Without Jeanty's 6 touchdown service, it kind of got close. He got player of the game nonetheless, and it looks like, all right, I benched him at 20 carries, so somehow at 4th in the depth chart, he must have finished out a drive or something like that. Not going to affect it too much. After game number 1, I'm 134 yards below pace, 5 touchdowns below pace. 10 broken tackles, though. Next up, the Broncos went into hostile territory, taking on the Ducks. Close to 6 yards per carry is good, but not good enough to maintain the pace that Jeanty's running. Now we got to take on the Ducks. That's going to be tough. In this game, we have 25 carries to get 192 yards and 3 touchdowns. Better yet, looks like everyone's starting off cold, so that is not what I want to see. I'm literally panning over here to run play, go outside zone. I think that's our best bet with like a stretch to the right or left. Let's go ahead and pass him the rock, breaking a couple tackles for 4. At least he's breaking tackles, but nowhere near the same rate as what he was doing in real life. Man, this is terrible. Looks like the Ducks were game planning all week long for Jeanty as he fumbles. This is a disgrace to the Jeanty challenge. What did I just witness right there? A good run, popped out, Ducks recover. Nah, man, nah. I'm failing this Jeanty Heisman challenge miserably. But we'll keep feeding the beast because that's what you do when you got a prospect like this. Challenge does not apply to the passing game, so I can't get more dynamic with it. And I'm starting to realize that this idea could be down the tubes here if I can't do anything special with Jeanty. I fully expected to run over everyone in my way this entire challenge. That's just not the case right now. Another one. Keep feeding him. Oh, he's gonna burst to the outside. He's got the speed to clear, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jeanty. Okay, I was getting nervous there in the beginning. Look at number 2 burst through that hole. He really came in a hard way there, and he was out. Once he was in, he was quick with it. Because of the success of that last inside zone, I'm gonna keep a note on that and do the same thing. Believe it or not, we're actually on pace right now to do what he did against Oregon. Coming back after a little breather here. The blocks were not holding. Just got to keep punching that rock up the gut. Good blocks there and solid run. Flying on through this game. Jeanty looks like he had a hole up the middle and it closed. Game changer. That's what he is. That's why we feed. He just cracked 100 yards and I got 10 more totes to give him through 15 carries. Decent clips so far. Outside zone. That's going to develop. Breaking 2. Maybe I should have turned it on like rookie mode. What do you think, guys? That would have been putting up clip after clip. On 4th and 7, you trust the Heisman. You give him the rock anyway and let him run with it, securing the first down, 1st and goal. Man is not fatiguing, except that's just horrible. All the running is going to open up the playbook, and look at that. Passing touchdown, we're tied up. Right before half, we're running low on carries that we can give the workhorse. 4 more to be exact. Let's see if he can zig out of that traffic. Helped us get to where we are now. Caples is going to take us further. Final carry against Oregon that we can give him to stay in line with the stats. It's really tough to get much more than a 5-6 yards per carry. The fumble didn't help his resume either in this one. Heartbreaking result similar to what happened. Game-winning touchdown this time for Oregon, 21-20. Back home on the blue turf, Jeanty and co. ready to take this home opener. It is against Portland State, and what happened in this one, Jeanty only played the first half, meaning I have only 11 carries to match his 127 yards. That is not going to be easy. Only 1 touch, 5 yards, but on this carry, he's going to break 1 and get another 10. As you can tell, I'm already about 200 yards below pace of his massive campaign until this one's going to hit big to the house. Ashton Jeanty, what's good? Sending the Bronco faithful into a frenzy. I expect him to run up and down FCS Northwest. Nothing like 3 carries and a lot of yards. Back to the inside zone here. Wow, okay, he almost bounced out of that. 7 more uses of number 2. Let's see if he can get to the outside. The effect is obvious. It stretches defenses out. Can we get through that, man? Throws him down. Hits a juke. Woo, that was cool. Can we be playing FCS opponents every week? I mean, I just love the results. It's like in the playground. The Jeanty effect is obvious. It springs open the passing game as well, fighting for it. Touchdown, Terry. I'm about to do the first thing I've done all challenge. I don't want to jinx it, but I just need 9 more yards on 3 carries. Let's go ahead and flip this thing to the left where it's a bit weaker. 1 man to beat. Why not go up the middle? 2 more touches. Here we go. Breaks a tackle, spins out of that one. 1st down. And okay, we have passed his rushing mark in this game by 1 yard. 1 more carry to get some extra ones. That's going to get open. And the final line is in. 138 yards on 11 carries and a touchdown. Plus 11 to the pace, but we were so much behind. You know what? I challenge you all watching this video to go ahead and hit that subscribe button first of all, but go ahead and boot up College Football 25 and run yourselves back the Ashton Jeanty challenge. I'm curious if any of you can conquer this thing. Let me know in the comment section if you do. About what we expect, 37 zip, that's a dub. The Broncos 2-1 on their season faced an undefeated Washington State rolling in on their turf. You know what Ashton Jeanty had to say about it? 26 carries, 259 yards, and 4 touchdowns. Yeah, man, he absolutely went off, and he's going to go off on this first play, making a couple men miss. Woo! So it's gonna be like that, Jeanty. Ashton Jeanty with the inside zone. Just feels so buttery smooth, giving him the rock. It only is the right thing to do. Cut around that corner, man. Come on. 3 carries, already running his thick thighs down the opponent's neck. Back after a breather, the right side of the field just looks so wide open. So, of course, I'm gonna abuse it to that side of the field. Oh, my goodness. Oh, 5. broken tackles. I knew highlight reel runs were just a matter of time till we make them happen, and that's just a flop. Juked only Casper the Ghost on his last run. Jeanty back into the red zone, and with the touch, get through. Looking to hit Pater. It's his 7th touch of the game. Come on. I hate wasting a couple touches here in the goal to go scenario, because then that hurts our yard potential, so I'm just going to take a strike to Lauder. Off to a great game right here, right now. Wow. Okay, can no one tackle for Washington State? Dubar's been spilling in these last few touches. I wonder if Jeanty's okay, because now we're all the way here in the red zone, and he hasn't checked back in. It's been a long drive without him. Dubar is going to go ahead and finish off the rest. He's still not back in. Oh no. According to the injury report, there are no injured players. And as I say that, thank goodness he came in. The very next play, he's going to hit the outside. Oh man, with that speed, with them thighs, you're not catching him. Bulldozes a man and scores. You know how to do things to me. Number 2, talk your talk. We're having a breakout type performance here, and I still got 15 more carries, racking up 132 yards right now. Holes are just opening left and right. Unfair, man. It's unfair. Love it when the O-line plays this style of football. Washington State's just confused. They don't know how to play or how to defend against Jeanty. 4th and inches, you feed the beast. They're stacking a lot of people up on the right. I'm low-key going to kick it left, see if we can catch him napping, and that's going to work, man. He's going to have a walk-in touchdown. No one able to disengage and stop this madness. Heisman pose. Wow, that's fitting. Okay, he's already hitting it. Only took him, what, through to game 4? I'm geeked up. We just cashed in with score number 3. The big day continues, and he hit the Heisman pose. Dude, they're stacking it up again on the right. I feel like I can flip it left. No. You make me a believer. 17 carries, 203 yards, 2 touchdowns. I got 9 more of them suckers. I'm actually going to feed Dubar here on a 4th down, and yeah, what am I thinking? The way the pace of this game is going, I might not get all 26 touches in. So it's just time to feed him rock after rock. Let's see how well he can manage my load. Another carry, 19. Going the wrong direction. Come on, man. We don't want to just carry for the sake of carrying. We want to make results happen. Totally no pressure or nothing, but they scored again. So we have to make these carries count from now on. Jeanty cutting it left. They're stacking the entire box. We're going to feed Jeanty anyway. See if he can get through the shaft. This is what that UNLV defense was doing in real life. They were just sending everyone. And of course, it's hard to get through. So many bodies. At the 1, we need to get away from the goal line. Can we just break anything? Safety. That is not a good look. Oh my goodness. And they upset us 23 in the 4th quarter. What did I just witness there? That was a blunder. Good thing, I guess, Boise State results are a little irrelevant in this dynasty because we're just going for Jeanty results. 24 attempts, 209 yards, 8.7 yards per carry, 2 touchdowns. 50 yards short. Utah State, he was done in just 1 half. 13 carries, 186 and 3 in a 62-30 blowout here of Utah State on the blue turf. That got me excited. Jeanty and the Broncos handled their business. We'll see if they can do it here in the game. 11 more carries. This one's gonna hit it to the sideline. Another touch. Blown up. It's been all Dubar for another drive. I hope Jeanty's getting the attention he needs, because I don't know where he is. Injury report looks squeaky clean once more, so it's going to be up to Mad Dog Dubar, this offense, to go ahead and get some points. Not a problem when you ask. Not even in for some goal line totes. Let Dubar just take this one in himself. Easy angle and 6. And finally, 1.5 drives later, there he is, and on the first carry, he's going to hit the outside, break a tackle, juke another. 8 more carries. Let's see if the blocks can hold. Pounding it to the right side of the field. That's a great block there by Prince. Not having the touchdowns that he saw. Their performance is not too shabby here as he walks it in. Touchdown. Ashton Jeanty again, another game with 6. At the very least, we can at least get him 1. Can't get those monstrous games like 6 or 4 unless we play 15-minute quarters. Slamming it right down their goal with another carry, breaking free. And 2 carries remain in this Utah State game. What a burst, but it went nowhere. Gonna bring him from far and wide outside on his last snap. Handoff, inside zone. Gonna actually go to the outside on an inside zone. And what just happened? I'll tell you what didn't happen is we did not once again meet the in-game challenges. 123 yards versus his 186, 1 touchdown compared to his 3. We're slacking, we're failing, and we're playing our best. When the team was headed to Hawaii, the Ashton Jeanty buzz was at full steam. He answered the call with 31 more carries, 217 rushing yards, and a touchdown. 31 carries, that's a lot, and I'm imagining we can now replicate a similar performance with so many carries. At the time, it was his worst game of the year, averaging 7 yards per carry. Just awful, I know, right? 7 yards per carry. Ugh, how could one possibly stoop that low? His actual worst game of the season came the following against UNLV, where they stifled him. Decent numbers, yes, but not the caliber we're used to seeing all season long before that. Just like this run, this is the type of caliber that I'm used to seeing Jeanty play at. What? No. Go all the way. Touchdown. A little back juke, a little broken tackle. Shimmy, shimmy, yeah. Shocking the Hawaii faithful. I'm gonna keep it a buck. That game was packed out more than I've seen most Hawaii games because everyone flocked in to see the running product in Ashton Jeanty. I mean, check this out. Yes, sir. You ain't wrapping him up. Doing a lot here with a little, just a few carries into the books. A little 6-piece for 100. Flipping it to the left, stretching it that direction. He's got blockers. There we go. Can't get a good grip on him. You just can't touch the human pinball. He's going to open up his receivers, make everyone eat. Back to the ground and pound. Surprisingly losing right now to Hawaii. I don't think that'll last too long if I had to guess. All dependent here on how Jeanty runs and runs wild. 10th carry. Well, 21-0. I don't really know what the sim's doing to us, but I know we're running hard. That's exactly what we're going to do. Down by a couple scores, Jeanty's still going to get the carry. 3rd and inches, you crazy. It's Jeanty zone, and it didn't work. Mad Dog is cold, so we're hoping this ground game can come alive. 16 carries, just blowing it out the water here. I probably should have hurdled him just for the fun. Shoot, that's what y'all come here to see. You want an entertaining glide through the air rather than just a standard play. Look at that one. Feeling the wear and tear just a bit here. Let's get that first down and get him a breather. Ignoring the scoreboard, second half football underway. Crazy, 28-7. What is going on? I'm learning firsthand just how hard it really is to rack up quote unquote video game numbers. If anything, I'm getting close to 200 plus yards a game, but it's not coming easily. Jeanty, wow, if only he had less wear and tear and burst. Dude's getting beat up and he's having to sit out more and more as this game goes on. Not really coming up too close to his rush carry limit. He's gonna get the outside there, just not fast with the wear and tear. I mean, take a look at the panel up here. Minus 18 speed, change of direction, carry catch. He's just getting hurt. Risk of injury is high for our workhorse. Get him some Gatorade, get him on the sideline, stretch it out, because I need these totes. Back to 2. Cutting it left. Man, just no burst to go anywhere anymore. 26th of the night. Up the middle. That's all he's going to get. 4th and inches. Hobbled or not. You feed him and he's going to go. Need to come back. Give it to 2. All right, yeah, he's done. Need Jeanty intact for next week. Wear and tear kicking in. 221 yards and a touchdown. That's better than what he did in real life, so we'll take it. And that brings us to what happened last weekend. UNLV. The Rebels are a real good team. The sim also recognizes it. Jeanty could only muster up 128 yards on 33 carries and 1 touchdown. That is 3.9 yards per carry. For his standards, not a good game. We'll flip the script here. Let's see if we can run it down. UNLV first play. Look at this. All night long, we kept running it up the gut. Just like this. They would stack the box, make the tackle just like that. Gonna need some Heisman magic in this one if he's gonna continue to make a case for best running back. I mean, realistically, he's just about there wrapping that award up. I meant more like Heisman. Capel's got us to the 3. Gonna feed number 2. Get it in there, big boy. Again, gonna have to use another carry. Getting actually stifled here on most runs. We'll take the touchdown. He's in. Yes, sir. Take a bow. On the stretch, RPO, little move there. Gets past 1, but that's it. 2 yards. Let's just crack the big one and get him on the board in a big way. 9 carries for 29 yards. Oh boy, this is looking a lot like real life. 2, can you do something for me? HB draw. Maybe that'll give him some time and cushion. First down. Oh boy, that looked like doom. So far, I have a worse clip than what he did in real life, but this one run right here is going to change all of that. 14th carry, cutting left, 15. Another one, hitting that outside hole. Jeanty wants his 16th. Give it to him again. Not the most effective right now. Bounces off. Gets 3. How many times until he breaks free? And there we go. Is this number 18, I believe? Great run. Slamming a man down on the ground. That's how you do it with authority. Again, letting it develop. Our final game of this challenge, because like I said, I haven't seen the Aztec game in real life, but bro, one thing I've definitely learned throughout this entire time is that it's harder in a video game to replicate numbers that you see in real life, which is kind of absurd to me, given the fact that you want a challenge, right? No one's cranking up the sliders here to rookie mode or any of that funny business. Otherwise, of course, it would be easy to replicate his numbers. The challenge is really a challenge when it's on Heisman mode. So I challenge you all to go get it done and show me what you can do. Remember, Heisman difficulty can only take as many carries as you did in real life. I'm struggling mightily. This game especially, UNLV is doing a number on us. Mad Dog to Jeanty. The stat line is not all that great. I know the wear and tear just keeps ticking up. 7 more carries, including this one right here. 115 yards. We should be able to crack his 133 and some right here on this play. Correction is 128 in the game. Just busted that and had a better game than he did. Let's see if we can bust any more off with just a couple more carries in the tank. Numero 30 here, spinning Casper the Ghost, but fighting hard. 31 to number 2. 2 more touches and that'll be the game. You can just really feel it here at the end of a game. He's not going anywhere. And that's it on paper. 33 carries for 151 and a score slightly better than real life. Boise State as a team underperformed. Ashton Jeanty underperformed significantly from his real life Heisman campaign. If that's going to give you any clue or indicator of how good he really is. Safe to say I failed the Ashton Jeanty challenge. He's not even in the Heisman watch list. He is, however, averaging 7.2 yards per carry, 10 touchdowns, 1,100 yards. That is 4 more carries than what he has in real life, but I'm mind boggled to see that that is 200 yards short, 8 touchdowns short. Dude is dangerous, certified, all the adjectives. The sim took over the remainder of the games, but no surprise here. Running back of the year award, Ashton Jeanty, 1,600 yards, 13 touchdowns. Man's almost got that already with like 4 or 5 games to go. Landed the famous Idaho Potato Bowl. But yeah, all in all, that's gonna really wrap up our experiment, and it definitely did not go to plan. Nonetheless, I hope you enjoyed this challenge style college football 25 video. It's a little bit different than a typical rebuild, but as a Boise State alum, I just had to go and show Ashton Jeanty some love. Let's get that man the Heisman and get the Heisman campaign buzzing on all the social medias. I highly recommend you go ahead and try the challenge yourself and let me know how it turns out down below in the comment section. And as always, keep soaking it up with your boy KingSponge. Hit that subscribe button and I'll catch y'all in the next CFB 25 video.